everybody, and welcome to our very first official episode of The Open Circle. Today, we are joined by one of my great friends that I've known forever, and is a sister, is a best friend, is an amazing person. And why don't we just let you introduce yourself?
My name's Hope Kimple. I am.
You're here.
I'm here, a business lady extraordinaire, right?
We've officially made our once a month meeting. So we had one last month, and we got one this
month.
We need more.
Making shit happen.
Hey, happen.
But when you run your own business, so life gets crazy and it gets busy, and you get hyper focused on your next move. So
that's the excitement.
It absolutely is.
Right?
The downside is then you aren't hanging out with your besties.
That's why you need to move out this way. I keep telling her, move here. It's gonna happen one day.
You're not
the only one. I get why you like it out there. I get it.
Yeah. Where are you
at? I am in Hayward.
That's right.
I used to live in Hayward, and we weren't too far from each other. She was like on the other side. I was on one side, and Hayward, the stack. So, Hope, Miss Hope Kimple, you have a business.
I do.
Hands of Hope Wellness Center.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that.
So Hands of Hope Wellness Center is new. I was formerly Hands of Hope Massage and Body Work because I practiced pain management and massage therapy for like 15. It's been over 16 years now, and I recently got my intuitive life coaching certification, and so then the business grew, so it expanded. So I'm still doing like the somatic body work, therapeutic body work, but my emphasis is really right now growing my intuitive life coaching clients, right? Because that I can help internationally. Like, you don't have to be present.
You heal more people.
Yes, exactly, and have more access to more people that way. I'm growing my intuitive life coaching clients, and but sort of a product of my practice over the last 16 years. I'm also practicing aromatherapist, as you know, you are one of the original Karmic Bitch Slap aromatherapy dolls.
You used to model,
right? So
I could see that.
Oh, girl, I mean, I could see me doing it now.
Do the pinta up?
That's what I was telling you about.
I love that idea.
Yeah, so actually,
bring it back.
Well, it still sort of is. You saw my jacket.
It's still there.
It's still there in essence. There's definitely essences of it, but it's grown. It's matured now. So I, as a practicing aromatherapist, I make, and I've always made my own massage cream. I make a topical pain salve that is infused with THC, right? So
that would be this right here, wouldn't it be?
It is, yeah.
And this is called
Aho.
So do you want to tell us why you named it Aho?
Yeah, actually, so Jeanna Marie is my mentor. She was our teacher.
Our massage teacher. Yes.
She is the best when it comes to words and sort of translating my soul and articulating the things really that I feel. Like, she puts it in words. So she actually inspired the name Aho because the word Aho is a Native American term for gratitude or thank you or giving thanks, right? And so that the reason it's named this is it's our way of giving thanks to Mother Earth, right? Because I grow the cannabis myself. I infuse the oils. It's the essential oil blend is specific to target very specific ailments in the body. When it comes to muscular dysfunction, giving thanks to Mother Earth for her gifts of the plants, right, to help us ease our ailments, and so that's why it's called Aho.
So let me see. So if I had something going on, like yesterday, I had a foot ache. So I could have placed a little bit on my foot, and that helps with the pain relief.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. It smells good.
Thank you. Yeah.
It's hot.
Yeah. So, and it's the essential oil blend really that makes it. It sort of works as the THC works as a catalyst for the essential oils to get in the cannabinoid system within our body to help have that instant.
So if it has THC in it, is it safe for kids to use?
Absolutely.
Okay, so you're not going to get
There's no
Mhm.
psychoactive
Oh,
effects.
okay.
from
That's
I
what I
love
would
that.
want to know.
application.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's perfect.
Yeah. So it's only contraindicated for people, for women who are pregnant or
Mhm.
breastfeeding because of the copaiba and cypress oils that are in there. It's not even because of the THC that it's contraindicated.
Oh,
for
okay.
them. It's because of the essential
The
oils.
oils.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, that's good to know, because when I tried to recommend it to somebody, they're like, "Oh, no, there's pot in there." I'm like, "Oh, well, I don't really know the ins and outs of this, but I would love for you to talk to Hope about it, because I guarantee she's going to set you at ease
Yeah.
when it comes to that." So I know people get a little freaked out.
Absolutely.
See
I mean,
that.
my mom was one of those people, right? She's an older generation, so they grew up heavy in the war on drugs and all the
Mhm.
propaganda against, cannabis and marijuana. And so, she was really my inspiration for making this, right?
No.
I wanted my mom to have a safe, alternative like medicine to apply that there were no harmful side effects. It didn't counteract with any of the medication she was already taking because she has rheumatoid arthritis. So she's on a ton of different medications. And I didn't want her to have, she's in pain. And so I wanted something that she could use and apply that was easy,
Not have to worry
not
about
harmful,
anything.
and not have to worry about feeling high or anything. But she, it lives, she's got a lot of fear in her still because of the generation that she, is grew up in. And so getting her to actually try this took a really long time. She was the inspiration for it. My dad swears by it. He's like, I put this on at night, rub it in my cats.
Go Dad.
I know. But my mom did some emotion coding healing, and it whatever she did, it worked, because now she uses it regularly and she swears by it, and like she got over. She was able to sort of like face that fear and understand that fear and see it from a different perspective, right? And then move forward with practice.
She's like, my daughter's trying to help me. I need to embrace this.
Yeah, and she's like one of my biggest sellers too now. So, but yeah, so that's that. My topical pain salve. It is in dispensaries now, so I'm trying to get it into more dispensaries.
Wow. Well, we got a lot of those out here.
So can you only buy this at a dispensary because of the THC?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh.
But so now if it had CBN or CBD, it would not have to just go through the dispensary.
Right. Yeah, because there's different laws. It's still federally regulated.
Right. What is the benefit of it being THC compared to the CBN or CBD?
The THC, because sort of the process that I put it through during the infusion, the THC works, like I said, as a catalyst, and because our body already has an endocannabinoid, and I'm not even sure I'm saying that word right. We have an endocannabinoid system, and we have receptors within our derma, within our skin, right? And
that makes sense,
right?
Okay,
So it makes it so that our body absorbs it, right? And the THC carries the essential oil blend, because it's really the essential oils that are targeting the inflammation, the spasms, the cramps, the pain, right? I mean, and the THC is absolutely helping as well, because it's got all of its own benefits from from the cannabis plant, from the THC. So it's sort of carrying. It's like Superman in the sun, right? Superman becomes Superman when he's exposed to the sun. When I expose these essential oils to the cannabis, it just magic happens, and that's what makes it work within minutes.
And again, I just wanted to point out that you're not getting high from this.
Not at all.
This is actually helping and benefiting, because I personally know many people who are easily can take a prescription, can take ibuprofen, and take multiple of them on a daily basis. I mean, even Tom's isn't good for you.
Right, and this is also sort of my way of kind of like protesting in a way, right? This is my me sort of being an activist in my fight and war against opioids, right?
Yes.
Finding pain relief that isn't going to do the harm that these opioids. Like, we're in such an epidemic. There's just so many people in pain.
Oh yeah.
And living in fear and turning towards addiction. And so this is my way of contributing and fighting, like something that I strongly believe in and want to fight against. So this is again
your passion.
Yeah.
I wish we had a version of you when I was a kid.
I wish I had a version of me when I was a kid.
Well, you now, you know what I'm saying? Like doing
Yeah,
what it is that you're doing, because I grew up in a household where somebody had chronic pain and was dependent on pills.
Yeah.
And I watched that person basically be a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde because of the pills. And then if they introduced alcohol because they were celebrating something, they were a totally different person. And like, so I'm a firm believer in not having to take pills unless you absolutely have to.
Right.
Like I refuse to put any pills in my body except for what I have to put in right now, which is my HRT, so I can get the hormones that I need because my body didn't have any. And then if I'm ever in any pain where I can't get rid of it myself, then I'll take maybe 2 ibuprofen. I used to take 3 and take them every 4 hours, like it would say, or 8 hours or whatever. But now I'm just like, I don't even want to put these in my body,
right?
Because I'm scared of what it's going to do. I'm also scared because of my celiacs. But luckily, ibuprofen is gluten-free, celiac friendly. But there are pills out there that are not, and a lot of people don't know about that. You know, so much damage can be done in so many areas, and I'm so glad that you're all natural. Like, I absolutely love it, and it smells good.
Yeah,
it does smell good.
Well, it's not your typical like Bengay smell or anything like that. It smells really
smells,
good.
Actually,
no, there's not, and I mean
because of the essential oils, right?
The essential oil blend, so it's lemongrass, peppermint.
That's what I smell.
Spearmint.
I firmly believe in the essential oils too, because I had a concoction made for me for my trigger thumb, and if I did not get that, I probably would still be experiencing trigger thumb.
Right.
That relieved my thumb. Like, I can move it now.
Yeah.
The essential oils, I mean, granted, my pointer finger moves with it, but it's because of the cortisone shots. But like, those essential oils are magic. Like you said, they really are magic.
Yeah. Do you know I used Frankenstein last night?
Frankincense? I love it. I'm like, she hella used Frankenstein. I was like, girl, what were you doing?
I was Dracula. You gotta laugh at yourself.
I love it. I'm like,
Okay,
should
well,
I
you
tell her it's
start with-
frankincense or just let her think it's
No,
Frankenstein right now?
Frankincense.
We both were like on the same cue too. We both went frankincense.
Yes. So cute though. I love it. I love it.
That's cute.
Anyway.
Okay, well, anyways, I actually used it on my feet because Michelle's like, use it on your feet because I wasn't feeling that good. So I did. I had a few drops and
Yeah, frankincense is great, especially for like your skin. Just like
Wait, what's it do for your skin? Because
I
would
know,
love to
right?
all the skin things.
I just had it on my feet.
Educate me, please.
well, frankincense is great, like anti-inflammatory. Like lavender is.
Yeah, like lavender.
But like frankincense, you can put that in. And it helps with like stretch marks.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
really?
With just the skin replenishing itself.
Nice.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Right? We're like, you hear that, ladies?
We're gonna have another podcast just on
But
the
you
oil.
know who's actually going to be able to dive deep into that would be Heidi. Because she
We
is
could
the
have
essential oil master. Like, you and Heidi need to
I was gonna say her and Heidi should
connect.
learn it together.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You guys would be a dynamic duo when it comes to essential oils and what you're doing. And
Yeah. I mean, I research them and sort of do it based on like, oh wait, I want to find like this, like cure or whatever. There's so many things that you can do with it.
So you grow your own cannabis.
I do. It's been like, this is my 4th year.
Nice.
My 4th year, I believe. Yeah. And so, gardening is what I do to stay grounded.
I do the same thing.
Physically active. It helps me process my emotions.
It's like meditation.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's like working out in the gym, right? It's like in the wintertime, I'm working out in the gym because not much I do in the garden.
Yeah, it's a little cold outside out there.
And I'm super solar powered, so I'm like always out in the garden.
That's so funny. I am super solar powered.
I
love that. I'm the same way. I'm like, I need the sun.
The sun,
like, we're gonna have a true up bill in wintertime.
Seriously, So, I use cannabis. I found cannabis also another sort of tool for me to help sort of operate in this realm. I don't know how else to
No,
say
I
it without
totally
sounding
get
weird.
that. No. I totally get that. I've been using cannabis since I was about 16, and it originally started for pain management,
Okay.
unbearable cramps, horrible
yeah.
headaches, stuff like that. And then it dipped into, because in our era of growing up, there was a lot of body image
Oh yeah.
issues.
Yeah.
Like you don't look like the supermodel on the magazine cover. There's
it's
something wrong
weird.
with you,
It's such a
and
weird
so
time.
I smoked it to help me eat, have an appetite, and I still use it to this day because it does help you navigate through this realm of what the hell is going on right now.
Yeah.
And like you
Yeah.
almost feel like you're the only normal sane person because you're just not involved in all the shit that's happening around you. You're just kind of like a witness to it. You're like, what the F? Like, everybody needs to smoke a joint.
Okay,
Like, let's just collectively smoke a joint.
Well, I think I okay, but I have to point this out.
Yes.
I have to point out sobriety will also give you that same benefit, and I have to be that.
We
Because
are
I
the
want
yin
to
and
work
yang,
with
but we're
so
the
much
yin and
with
yang of this podcast.
Right?
It's all
Oh,
good.
yeah.
And let me address that, right? Because I do want to bring awareness to that, right? That
Thank
there
you.
is-
Yes, because I
there
want
is
valid.
kids. No, for real. And I want to say I didn't start out as a teenager. I didn't start using cannabis at first as a way to sort of as a medicine. I didn't use it as a medicine at first. I used it recreationally, right? I used it
Which I think
to
most
feel
people
high,
do,
right?
right?
But I didn't really start smoking it until I was like in my 20s or whatever.
Mhm.
But I also, because I am a psychic empath, I've got these supernatural, what people call woo-woo gifts, right? Like I had the medicine showed me that I was using it in the wrong way by amplifying my anxiety, right?
Oh,
so
wow.
I did. So the green goddess, right, as I Mother Earth, right? She showed me that I was using the medicine in the wrong way. Like that I have a purpose, and bitch, you're not on it. Like, right? So it actually amplified my anxiety to a point where I quit. I stopped smoking for a long time. I think most of my 30s. I remember I gave you my bongs.
Oh yeah.
And it was like it was like spirit slapped me in the face, and everything, coffee. I just was like, oh my god, I need a reset. What's happening? And this is all right around the time when B passed away, because my suppressed emotions, my suppressed acceptance of my supernatural woo-woo stuff
Magic.
my magic was like bursting at the seams and wanting to come out, right? So I in that reset started this spiritual journey, right, where I learned how to recognize my perspective and its flaws, right, and really start to view the world from a place of truth, from a place of love, from a place of authenticity, from a place where, because old Hope was operating from a place of abandonment fear, right? So everything that Hope was doing was for external validation, for something, was looking for something from someone else, right? And so Hope had to learn how to they say find all that shit within, which it really is there. It's true, right? And that's what I do, is I help people find that within themselves. So I had to look at the world in a different way and learn again through just sort of this intuitive knowing that I have, that the plant is a medicine, and that it has a use when it's used with the intention in the right way, right? So there's a big difference in when we use these plant medicines with intention as opposed to just for recreational having fun, right? And that is and that is the difference. And there absolutely is validation in sobriety, especially in a world of addiction, right?
100%.
100%, right? Again, my fight against the opioid crisis,
Mhm.
because I have lost dear ones to alcoholism, to drugs, to all of those things.
And I'll be honest, I've lost myself through cannabis.
Okay.
So I know for myself, and this is strictly for myself, because I'm surrounded by people that use different things, other things than just cannabis, to get to that state of I don't know what you call it. I'm not sure. I'm having this yearning to be the most raw I've ever been. And for me, and even though, like I said, I don't have a problem with cannabis, it's strictly a choice. I'd rather see people use cannabis than prescription drugs. But for me, I want to embrace. I keep feeling like that's my next step.
Yeah.
For me to go
Super
higher.
valid. And
Totally.
for
Does
sure.
that make sense?
No,
Like,
it does.
I feel
That
it.
does.
is-
I
that
bought
is
a
exact-
devotion
Nope.
book, so I want to do my meditation, my
You-
devotion. It's
I
so
love it.
crazy.
No,
And
it's
I
not.
don't
It's
even-
not crazy.
it's
I
not,
wanted to touch on
because-
that too. But go
Because
ahead.
that is exactly what I said verbatim during the period of time that I quit, because my spirit was like,
What are you
we
doing?
need to reset.
Mhm.
It's
I
a-
don't.
it's called
I
a-
just.
it's a
like I don't
spirit-
feel like I need it
No,
for
it's-
myself. Like I
yes.
don't need it to get to that place that meditation
Exactly,
can get me.
right? So it's a spiritual reset, and that is what this yearning is you're on this journey and this path to get yourself into a reset. And bravo, it's
Yeah.
not easy. It's an
Oh,
unsettling, because it's like,
Oh, I've done it. Yeah, I've been there before. I've been on this journey for a long time.
yeah.
So, for
But because, again, my purpose in life as a medicine woman, right, as a healer, because I tend to the earth as my form of meditation and grounding, it's natural for me, right, to be able to put the magic and utilize the magic of the earth and to grow the plants, right? And so I use cannabis now because where I'm at in my journey, it helps me with sort of, as an Aquarius who tends to think super fast and
Aquarius are always thinking.
yes, overthinking.
My husband is an Aquarius. And I can tell when he's thinking.
Yes,
I'm like,
right?
what's on your mind?
Exactly. And so that really can take me out of a place of being grounded, right? Because for me, it's really important to be in the present, in the moment, in the now, right? Because that's all we have. There is no tomorrow, right? There's only now. And so as a healer, being in the place of now is where I find the least amount of anxiety, right? Because my anxiety was coming from the overthinking, the having the really fast thoughts, the assumptions, the taking the things personally, right? Especially operating from a place of abandonment, right? So now I'm using my intentions behind everything that I do are that they are intentional. I have designed my life around my purpose, and that is having this wellness center, a place of refuge for people who are experiencing pain, whatever level of pain that is, whether
so let me
it's
ask you this:
physical pain,
a client
whether
can come to you
it's
whether they
mental.
don't even smoke, correct?
Yeah,
That's what I wanted to make sure. Like this is
Yeah.
open to everybody. It's
Mhm.
not like a THC.
Yeah, this is just a
healing.
product that she
No,
happens
right,
to.
right.
That's just
And-
a tool that I
Right,
use
right.
in
Yeah.
my practice.
Right.
I have clients that are still fearful of THC, so they prefer
That's
not.
what I mean.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
I have-
That's what I want it to be.
Yeah.
There's
now,
people who
but-
think that they're allergic, because
Yeah.
they don't know how to use it right, or it's not for them, or they haven't used it right. And,
Well, and I
that's
don't want
okay.
someone to feel like because they don't do THC
It's
that
okay.
they couldn't go to
Yeah.
somebody that
Oh,
does.
No,
And
no.
that's what I want people
Yeah.
to realize, because there are people that hear THC and boom, they're like, whoa,
They're not going
I
to
don't-
see me.
right,
Yeah.
or I don't want that kind of healer
Yeah.
or something like
And
that. But that has nothing to do with
No. And even
what
if
allows
they
you
do
the
feel that way,
groundedness.
then that's on them.
Yeah.
Right? Like my healing is for anybody who is ready.
I love it.
Well, that's true. That could
I
be
love
said
it.
for all healing.
That's
very true.
it. My
Mhm.
healing is for anybody who is ready. Most of my clients came to me at first because they had the physical pain, right?
Oh, you're being a massage therapist.
Mhm. Right. So that's how I was able to specialize in pain management. I had an extremely successful practice on the peninsula for like 10 years, and I was booked solid for like
Mhm.
months out, because because
you're good.
Yeah.
She's good.
If you
I've had
intuitive,
her word.
you
She's
know that
good.
intuitive healing. You know when you go to a
She's
healer,
yeah.
and they're like,
Oh,
oh
yeah.
my gosh, she knows exactly where to go.
Yeah.
So yes, I
Yeah.
love those massages.
Yeah, and that's what
100%.
it is, right? And so that's where I really got to use the essential oils and play around and experiment with, like, well, what works, and getting the feedback from the client.
Yeah.
So I've done my own research and development into, like, these essential oils and the cannabis, but again, it's important to understand, like, that it's everything. There is an intention behind it, and that's what changes everything.
Yeah.
100%.
No, I totally agree. And to touch back on what both of you guys have said, because I can relate to everything that you guys both just said about why you do the things that you do and what you don't do. For me, it was alcohol. I was not myself. I didn't know who I was. I was completely different with alcohol. It's completely drowning out my feelings, all the things. And it came to two incidences that really shaped who I wanted to be and who I didn't want to be. I had one where I didn't remember anything from the night before, and I was like, that's not good. You know, and I had people angry at me, and I didn't know what had happened. I was like, okay, I don't want to be that person anymore. I don't want people to perceive me as some alcoholic person, you know, something like that. And then another thing had happened, and I just didn't like how I felt. And I was like, okay, this isn't for me anymore. And I was like, I can't be drinking anymore, because I was just for like the third one. I'm like, yeah, I want some more. I want some more. I want some more. You know, who cares? I'm having fun. Yeah. And I'm not healing. I'm not helping anybody. I didn't like who I was. You know, I'm not helping myself. So I don't really drink.
That's true.
Because I
think
don't
I've ever
like.
I think I've seen you have one drink.
Yeah.
It was for your birthday.
Yeah. And well, even when we went out for Halloween that one time in Concord, like I had a couple. And I had to stop myself because I was like, man, I could really drink all night. Like this is,
and I
this
am so
tastes
with you
good.
on that. That was
this
I've never
feels
been a
good.
drinker.
But I was like, no, this isn't going to feel good tomorrow. I don't know. I don't want to act out of character. I just don't want to do anything dumb.
Yeah.
And I don't get that with cannabis because, like I said, I started using it as not recreational, excuse me. I started using it as pain management. And yeah, of course, it turned into recreational with those who, you know, I know who smoke or whatever. Yeah. But it also helped me in quitting smoking cigarettes too. I was a cigarette smoker for 22 years. I started at 13.
Really?
Yeah, I haven't smoked for almost 10 years now.
Same.
Like I lost count. Wow, it's been so long. Yeah. But it helped
quit,
me quit smoking cigarettes because I needed the hand fixation. And in order to get over cigarettes and that hand fixation, I was like, well, I'm just going to smoke some joints. It looks like a cigarette. It feels like a cigarette. And it helped me. And then a year later, I was like, I'm having dreams that I want to smoke. And then I'm smoking. I was like, I need to figure out what this is. And so my girlfriend at the time was smoking cigarettes, and I took a puff and I was like, nope, we are good. We are officially done with cigarettes. And now I can't stand the smell. Like I'm a shark. I can smell it a mile away. Yeah. And I'm like, who's smoking? Like I came home yesterday and I'm like, who's smoking at the house? My husband's like, anybody smoking here? And I'm like, okay, somebody around here is smoking because I smell cigarettes. But it's not for everybody. Yeah. I get that. Just like alcohol is not for everybody. You know, certain things are not for everybody, and we all have our own vices. But also it's how we use it, like you said.
Yeah.
You know, and of course, if you're going to use it wrong, you're going to have a bad time.
Well, and that's, again, and that's the medicine doing its job.
Exactly.
Right? That's the medicine. Like as a medicine woman, I understand that there are no bad trips.
Mm-hmm.
You're given a message, and that, like, what you do with that message, how you intake that message, how you perceive that message.
But you can get a message just from praying. Lafayette Reservoir is my space. Mm-hmm. That's my place when I connect to God, my higher self, my source. I will walk around Lafayette Reservoir, no music, no AirPods, completely in tune to nature, to the trees, to the birds. I am communicating from my highest source. That's when I feel that high. When I'm in that space.
That's what works for you.
That's what works for me.
Exactly.
And I know it doesn't work for everybody, and I know, but that's what's been working for me. Mm-hmm. That's what I want to bottle up.
Yeah.
That's what I want to continue. That's why I'm like, how do I continue this and then bring it back home? So if I come back home from Lafayette Reservoir, I don't feel like I'd have to get high. I don't feel like I'd have to drink. I don't feel like I would have to eat bad things. I felt like when you come back home from that, you're like, you have this essence of wanting to honor your body. So then you're wanting to eat a little healthier.
Like you're renewed.
You're wanting to maybe do a little bit of yoga. Maybe you're intention. I think you just said it earlier. It's like you are then intentional with every word you speak, every thought you have, everything you watch on TV, everything you engage in. I mean, it's like when you get to that space where you are so intentional, oh my God, that is awakening to me. I mean, that at least that's enlightenment. That's when you are in alignment, when you are intentional with every single thing that you're doing in that present moment. That's alignment.
Yeah. But just to point out that you just gave your perception on to smoking cannabis as being something harmful, but
no, not harmful. Just saying that you don't have to get to that space just from cannabis. You can also get to that space from just having the same intention.
Oh, absolutely.
Through meditation or prayer or
dancing
or dancing,
soccer,
music.
I want to touch on this real quick.
Yeah.
Because I used to tell Hope when I lived in here, Hope's helped me with so many things. I mean, there was a point in time I was afraid to cleanse my own house by myself because I knew something was there. And I didn't want to cleanse it out of fear that something was going to happen to me during the cleanse. But at that time of me going through all that stuff, I also told her, I was like, it feels like anger's flowing through my veins. And it was just so easy for me to snap or react but when I smoke, it calmed that down for me. So again, I was using it in a medicinal purpose. Like, okay, let's calm my mindset. Let's calm my nerves. Let's calm this down, but I have realized lately, this is going back originally to what you said a while ago. I'm finding lately that I don't want to smoke as much. And it's funny because a while ago, I was like, I got gluten. I had some Oreos, some gluten-free Oreos. I got gluten because I didn't realize a certain ingredient in there is not good for celiacs. If you're gluten-free, it's totally fine. But if you have celiacs, it's like absolutely no good for you. And I just finally built up my intolerance. And after I came back from being sick, because it's like 3 days of recovery, I mean, I couldn't smoke for 3 days. I didn't want to smoke. And I tried to help with the pain, like my diaphragm pain from all the vomiting and whatnot. I could barely puff on it. And then, a couple of days after that, I was like, I didn't really care about it. I didn't miss it. But then on like the 4th day where I felt really good, I was like, I'll roll a blunt and see how it goes. It took me forever to smoke that thing. Forever. And I love smoking pot. But I'm just finding lately that, because I have my own routine before my husband gets home, and we have our routine together. So I'm finding during my own routine during the day, I'm not wanting to smoke as much as I used to, which feels really good. And it's not that I feel like I'm dependent on it whatsoever, because I know that I'm not. It's just pot. I can easily stop. Cigarettes, I was like, oh, I gotta get a pack. I only got 2 cigarettes left. I gotta go get a pack because I know I'm gonna smoke these 2 cigarettes in the next half hour. You know what I mean? It is stupid, what the nicotine does to your brain. But with cannabis, like I know I can stop smoking it, but it does feel kind of good that I'm like, oh, I don't really want to smoke that much, But it's also not that it blocked this whatsoever, but it's helping me be a little bit more in tune with myself. Like, oh, I don't need that. Like I don't know. It's just I don't know how to explain that, but it's like my mind and my wants and like where I see things going, and I'm just like, it's not a have to for me. It's an option. Yeah. And
Absolutely.
That's how I completely see it now.
Absolutely.
Because like even before you guys got here, normally I would smoke a blunt in the morning, doing my routine, starting my day. I hadn't smoked anything. Took a couple puffs off your joint before we started, but of course not.
Yeah.
But it's not. I
I don't want people to think that it's addictive because I've personally never found it addictive.
Yeah.
I don't know how people have found it addictive. Maybe there's some sort of healing that they need to go through.
Well, again, that's behind why are they smoking it in the first
Yeah,
place?
exactly.
I was just gonna say
Exactly.
that.
If they're using
if they're
it,
Well, it's like how I
hiding
use
or
alcohol. I
escape,
use
yeah,
alcohol to escape, to
yeah.
not feel, to
For
not own
sure.
up to those
And
feelings
that's
and all
where
those
it's
things,
completely
you know?
different.
Yeah.
That's a whole.
Yeah.
So
That's
maybe
not
that's
we're
what it is
promoting
for
here.
people like
No,
that
that's
too. But
harmful.
I don't want anybody to think that if things like we talk about this or alcohol, I don't want anybody to think that they have to do it or you're bad for not doing none of it. You know,
no,
this
there's
is
no
every
judgment.
no.
Oh, God, no.
This is all
Everybody is on
everybody's
their
personal
own
experiences. But
But
I kind of
knowledge is good for everybody.
Yeah.
So let's switch gears a little bit because you had touched on something that I was involved in with you a while ago, and that is karmic bitch slap.
Yep.
Oh, what
So,
is karmic bitch
Let's
slap, by
tell
the way? What is
Gianna
this?
what this is because you have it tattooed on you as
I
well.
do, yeah.
Oh,
So
you do,
let's
don't
tell her
you?
how. Isn't that beautiful? Let's tell her we have the same tattoo artist too.
Yeah.
He's so
Do you
good.
have that on you?
No.
Okay, so what is?
Karmic Bitch Lab?
Yes.
Well, it was the name of a band thought up of by Gina's best friend Tom, so we gotta give him credit because
Tom!
his band name.
Were you guys in the band?
No.
Okay,
no.
okay.
No.
It was just an imaginary.
Oh.
band.
So Gina would always like have a list of like, oh, that would be a good band name,
Yeah, like if somebody said something,
Yeah.
like, it's a band name.
Yeah.
That is actually a pretty good band.
right? Karmic bitch
Yeah.
slap, yeah.
So, Brittany and I, she was my best friend. We met in massage school, business partner. We started Karmic Bitch Slap Aromatherapy as a business to fund our bigger dream of owning a House of Dolls day spa.
I love it. I remember all this.
It was amazing. Yeah, we
taking me back 15 years
Oh
now.
my gosh. Okay, give me more.
So with Karmic Bitch Slap Aromatherapy, we created aromatherapy sprays to help with, like PMS or energizing or,
So
you
like
want
mixing different scents together.
Yeah. and
Essential
like
oils.
essential oils.
Okay,
just
yeah.
aromatherapy. And so
I wish I still had my bottle.
I know,
I know.
right?
I wish you brought some.
They're beautiful blue bottles. They're so beautiful.
I know
Yeah.
they're extinct now, but yeah. So we also it was really behind our business that our mission, our goal was to empower women to help, make girls feel good about themselves, right?
That.
And Kristy was our first sort of pick.
Really?
Yeah, she was. So
Wait, had you known her?
We went to massage school.
We
Yeah.
met in massage
Okay.
school, and so Brittany and I, during our business model, we had to do all this stuff, and so we were like, okay, well, who do we
And
know?
Brittany wasn't in my classes. She was in her classes. Her and I were in class together.
Yeah, and so Brittany and I were like, who is like the ideal girl? Somebody who obviously doesn't see what we see, right? That they're shy, just we were like, but like a diamond in the rough. So
Yes,
to speak,
yes.
kind of,
Okay.
right.
So
And so we were like, hey, we would love to. Brittany was a makeup artist. I did hair. We were really into like pinup, fashion and stuff. And so we asked Kristy if she would be one of our models, right? And so we named, like, she came up with her
Miss
pinup
Mo.
name. Yeah. So, she
So
came up with
is
pinup
this
name.
when the calendar started?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Right. And so we wanted these girls to be on our labels. We wanted to put them on our labels, right? And so we had, like, whatever the spray was, we would have some really cute name for it, and then we would have a pinup girl like picture on like, and that was the label. And so Kristy ended up being quite a few of ours, like the
I can't remember.
Did you really?
But yeah, it was a sleeping one. Yeah, it was
and
really
the energizing
cute.
one.
Yeah.
The Get Up and Go.
Wow, what a great idea!
Yeah. And so it was because we wanted to, Brittany and I had experienced just our experience as girls growing up in the world was rough.
Yeah.
It was hard, and we were just sort of sick of it, and we wanted to bring awareness and girl power and women empowerment, and that was what we did. And so it was Kristy, and there was a couple other
blossomed.
girls.
Yeah, there was Rocky.
Yeah, and we did really good. It was great. It was, but before we really even had a chance to get going, Brittany was dying. She found out that she had a really rare brain tumor growing on her pituitary gland, so on her third eye.
Yeah, go figure, right?
And through that experience of experiencing that with her, that's when my gifts and my supernatural abilities really started to, it was just like pounding on the door.
Now, was that before or after she
It was really us working together, we found our power of manifestation. Like that shit worked. We were like, damn, we got this, right? And so that's where it really started opening. That's when I started like bringing attention to it, acknowledging it. But it wasn't until after the surgery that changed her. Do you remember that one? The surgery that changed her was the one where it was like she was really,
she was just different.
I recognize. That's when I started noticing the telepathy, and that's when I started the astral projection. Like all of this shit was happening to me, but it was because she was communicating to me through that way, right? And so, and then when she passed, right, because I was there with her when she passed away. It was me and Jeanna were there in the hospital with her, and that was in itself a very supernatural experience.
I want to cry.
It was beautiful. Right? Nothing to be sorry about. Right. It was all part of the plan.
She's beautiful.
It was all
her path. It was her path, and she was such a beautiful soul. She was such a beautiful soul,
and she served her purpose. She absolutely served her purpose. And again, yes, it was heartbreaking. But the beautiful thing about heartbreak, and this is what I learned through that heartbreak, is that when your heart is broken, it's more open than ever.
Oh, amen.
Right?
Amen.
And so that is when sort of the spiritual journey of mine really began. Right. And so in a way, she was the catalyst to that. Right. And so that's what karmic bitch slap is to me. Right. It's a fucking bitch slap.
Seriously, right?
Right? But it's beautiful, and it's all of the things that make living and experiencing and having this human experience worth experiencing.
Totally.
Right? And so crawling out of that heartbreak made me more resilient than ever. It exposed my superpower, right? And my superpower is hope. Like
you wouldn't name that for no reason.
No shit. With some big fucking shit. Right? And so that is what I do. That is my purpose. I literally I offer people, I give them hope, right? When life feels heavy,
you really do.
I show them clarity and light, right? And I don't do that by giving advice. I don't do that by sharing my experiences. I do that by listening. Yeah. I do that by listening to what you're really telling me. And then my intuitiveness, my psychic empathic abilities are hearing what you are really saying, because the words that are coming out of your mouth, those are just words that you have programmed yourself to say, but they are not truth.
And I believe we all have those powers. I believe we all have these gifts. I believe that is just a matter of us opening up those gifts.
Absolutely. We are all born with the capacity to love, and with the capacity to tap in and tune into this greater consciousness, right? And it's, we have this life experience as tests and tribulations, right? That put us in a position of fight or flight. Like, are you going to sink or are you going to swim? Are you going to rise from this challenge? Are you going to fall from this challenge, right? And so we are all born with the capacity to do and make choices in the way that serves us best. Unfortunately, most of us are operating from places of trauma or dysfunction that make us operate from places of either abandonment or not feeling worthy or whatever some sort of limiting belief. And then when we operate from limiting belief, we become reactive, we become feral, right? And then we're doing harm.
I was feral one time.
Girl,
I was so feral.
we're all feral.
I had my own definition of feral. I'm like, holy shit, don't mess with that cat.
Right? Right?
We don't feed that cat.
For real. But at the same time, that was like Brittany and I saw past all
and
of
that
your
helps
experience
me realize who I am and help me grow and move on. Like it's just a beautiful
because
thing.
it was like because you started to question like what is it that they see in me?
Yeah.
Right? That's I think you said that. Like,
so I'm like, why me? That's why I said that. I was like, that's the first thing I think I said was why me?
Right? And we said why not?
The power of a woman acknowledging another woman.
Exactly.
That's
exactly what it is. And so, and if anything, if we inspired that purpose served, right? Like, and that was what our mission. Oh, now I'm gonna cry tears of gratitude. But that was what our mission was.
Here's your napkin in case you cry.
To empower women.
Yes,
because there's so many women doing women dirty out there.
Oh, so many. I mean, for me, it started with my own mothers,
right,
and then my sisters,
and
then trickling into the friendships that I have tried to make. I mean, I could say that I have some really great, solid friends now that I know who my friends really are.
Well, more importantly, now that you know who you are.
That too. And that too. And with what I won't tolerate and boundaries and stuff like that. But I've had so many people make it seem like I am difficult. I'm the difficult one to love and to like and all these things. And I'm like, I've had a best friend of 30 years. If she can handle me, anybody else can handle me. I was like, I've known you 15 plus years. If she could stick around, why can't anybody else? What is your problem? I've been with my husband, married 8 years with him, almost 14 years. I don't know. I lost count after like 10. But if he can live with me, what is everybody else's problem? And so I stopped picking on myself when things happen and going like, why me? Why are they doing this? Why? And I was just like, I know I didn't do anything. So fuck that. I'm moving on. You either want to be in my life or you don't. I can't control your feelings. But I know that I woke up with love and light in my heart. I'm not malicious. And even though I'm a reactive person, I don't always react. Even now, I know where my energy is deserved and where it's not. I don't react like I used to.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Okay. Kristy used to throw hands. Okay. Kristy used to not know how to control her tongue. Now Kristy's like, I ain't trying to have a hot flash. I don't got no energy for that.
No, I mean, boundaries are the most healthiest thing we can have.
Exactly.
I have no problem breaking up with a girlfriend.
Me neither.
Breaking off a friendship.
We're adults. You know what you're doing.
Yeah.
See,
we're women. We can
go off on.
Yeah.
So, okay. I know. Squirrel.
Totally.
Oh my God. Okay. So not only do you create a hoe, there is something else that you make too. And I actually have it burning right here behind me. Miss Coconut Love over here is one of my favorite smelling candles.
Do you make candles from your home? In your home?
Yeah, I do.
Let's hear about that. She's like me. We just make stuff,
right? I
just go with our heart and just do it. Yeah.
Like, what art am I gonna master today?
So let's hear about your candles. You have any with you today?
I do. Yeah, I brought one of each scent.
Oh, what a smell!
So
I'm all excited.
This one is Summertime Sunset. It does have CBDs in it, but it's my signature.
So what does the CBDs do in a candle?
I know. I'm like, right?
I was like,
it's just in there in case magic
everybody's calm in the room.
Yeah.
I love your tops to these.
Thank you. Just cute little paper tops.
That does smell good.
Fresh and
so
good.
It's like, yeah. So that's a signature scent.
So nice.
So are you using your oils in these?
No.
What else you got?
I use clean scents from Candle Science. So there's nothing harmful in the fragrance oils at all. This
Oh,
one is
sorry.
the jasmine.
Ooh.
So this one's nap time in the garden. So this one's for like
Ooh.
anti-anxiety. So it's like calming and
Oh.
soothing, but also like
I
it's not
wanna
going to
take
make you
this one.
sleepy.
Yeah, yeah.
Right?
Oh,
So,
that
like,
smells good.
You're feeling anxious. You can, I like to have that lit when I'm cleaning the house. So it's like
Ooh.
How many different scents do you have right now?
I have 5, and then I have seasonal ones.
Oh,
Magic
I
number
love
5.
that. Are you gonna have pumpkin?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes! Thank you. High five.
I'm a pumpkin
Thank you. I am
bandwagon.
so
I'd like to
sick
point
of that pumpkin spice bandwagon.
Okay. First of all, I'm
Teach their own,
contrarian,
but I don't like
so we are by nature contrarian. So anything that is like mainstream, anybody else is doing,
No,
No,
we're
we're
not.
We're
That's
not
funny. That is
gonna
so
do the
funny.
pumpkin.
no. But I will have some sort of harvesty, something maybe.
Nice.
Fall
Yeah,
like-
something maybe vampire-esque.
Oh,
You
that's
know,
more you than
cute.
pumpkin.
Yeah.
For real.
Right? Here's my islandy one, Coconut Love. So
Oh,
this
I
is
love
like,
this one that's burning right now.
Oh,
This is
okay.
my
I like
favorite.
this one.
this is
Yeah.
like,
This is like you're at the
coconut.
beach.
Yes.
I'm in Hawaii.
Exactly.
Even though it's burning, I still want to smell it.
Yeah.
Oh, I love this so much.
This one
Oh, I
is,
love the
I use
color of that one.
Yeah. So this is Medicine Woman.
Mm.
So this is lavender,
Ooh.
sage.
This
and
smells like
cypress.
something I would smell as I was being massaged.
Exactly. And that's
Ooh.
That's what it.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what it would.
So
remind me
I
of.
light this in my healing room. So this is sort of why I started making candles again.
Oh.
Aromatherapy.
This
I can see
reminds
that.
me of the one that's in my bathroom. It's like teak wood and something else.
Yeah, I like
but
that
it
one.
smells really.
It's very grounding.
Oh,
that one is
that's
actually
exactly-
very
That's
grounding.
exactly
getting
it.
this
Yeah.
back. This
Right.
smells so
Right?
But
good.
that's exactly the purpose of that candle. So you light that when you want to ground, when you want to connect, when you want to
Yeah, that one's
Like,
good.
come back to yourself. And then this one, this is Gina's Joy.
Yay!
So this is
Sure.
this Gina is she's my mentor, our massage school teacher.
Does she live nearby?
She's in Pleasanton.
Yeah.
Oh, she's in
She's
Pleasanton.
a wonderful soul to be around as well.
Maybe we should interview Gina.
I want to. Definitely.
Yeah, you should.
I definitely do.
She
is
amazing.
full of information.
That's
So-
good.
This is actually a picture of her. So
Whoa, she's on it.
So somebody did a watercolor of her because during COVID she would stand out in downtown Pleasanton in her
and the unicorn.
and
Serious?
with a
Yes.
sign that said
You can find her on the
joy.
internet. Yeah.
This is spread joy, and so that's why this is called Gina's Joy. So this is my uplifting, energizing. It's
Oh,
citrus.
that's so. I love that
cinnamon.
personality.
Yeah.
That could do that.
Yeah.
I love that.
Oh
That is
my
so
God.
cool.
So it's Gina's Joy.
I have
so
a friend
makes you
Michelle
wanna
that does
eat
that.
So we
smells
so she's all about spreading joy. So I modeled her.
This is
made
so
it into a
cute.
I
candle.
love that.
Yeah. So she's the inspiration for that. So those are my 5
Oh
cents.
my god, I love it so much.
Can I get? Could you get these online?
You the only way to get them is either if you come see me or I just opened a TikTok shop.
Oh, let's hear about it.
Yeah.
Oh.
So my TikTok is called Offering Hope. And I'm actually starting a new series. It's gonna air tonight. TikTok live at 8 o'clock.
Yes, so excited.
Offering Hope, where it's 30 minutes where I light an intention candle, right? Sort of create the ritualistic space.
Oh, I love this.
I'm going to lead a guided meditation. So again, setting the intention, and then I'm going to talk about the first episode is really just me talking about my purpose and what it is that I'm doing and
Totally.
what Offering Hope is. And then each week we'll have different themes or topics that are common during life coaching sessions. So
You're offering this once a week.
weekly, yeah, Thursdays
I
at 8.
love it.
I want to do the. Okay, so tonight, and so obviously I have to have a TikTok.
You gotta
account.
download TikTok.
Ah, I haven't done that yet.
But you know what? We have one with our podcast. I'll just give you the login.
Oh,
information
that would
for
be
that.
perfect.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
wanna
So
hear
you
it.
don't gotta worry about
So
starting it. You just log in.
exactly.
And you're going to do the guided meditation.
I do the guided meditation.
that.
Yeah, we're like the candle duty, right? And so it's a way for me to not only promote my candles and sell them on that platform, but really just to sort of talk about limiting beliefs and shadow work and inner child healing and normalize that conversation and talk about what it's like operating out of a place of fear, right? And how that affects your life and what it does to the world that you live in, right?
How you view it.
Right?
Totally,
Exactly. Not only
yeah.
how you view it, but how you live in it, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. And sort of it will bring sort of again, it's just life coaching, self-discovery, and some aromatherapy, right? And some magic and
hopefully
food
some
and
better perception.
I love
yeah,
that.
interaction.
Well, I love the
Yeah.
intention
Yeah.
that you have behind all this, and honestly, I can say that throughout my life, I've gone through so many different healing stages. But one thing I've learned is that you can go through a lot of healing stages, and then you go through a life event, things happen, and you're all of a sudden you're like, oh my God, this came up again.
Mhm.
It's okay, is what I realized, that sometimes things do come back up. And to be able to go, okay, maybe I do need a little healing session. So to be able to have like this place that you can go to every Thursday, like, if you're going through something, you want to connect,
Yeah.
that's really nice. I love that.
And also, bringing that up, like, that's what life is about, right? Healing isn't just like this straight upward.
And then you're perfect.
Right. No. There's
Oh my
God. Side things, right? But that's where we get to put into practice the tools that we gain from these healing sessions.
Yes.
And apply them to how we cope to the situation, right? And really, it's if you can change the sort of what happens when you're triggered from the reaction to the intention. Oh, game changer in itself, right there.
Yes.
Right? Because it's how we react that brings us the shame, brings us the guilt, brings us those feelings, right? Because knocks us back into that pattern of toxic and hurt and harm, right? But getting into the intentional space of like, okay, well, what is it about this exact moment that is triggering me? Right? Like, what is it specific? Is it the wind blowing? Is it, am I hungry?
What do I need to learn from
am I
this?
thirsty?
Yeah.
Right? Is it?
As soon as you do, it's like a freedom opens up.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay.
Like, you're like, okay, I'm going to get through this because, I have this tool. I know that I need to light this candle.
Say a prayer.
To feel better, right?
Go for a walk. Whatever it is that you need to do.
Exactly. You pull your tools from your belt to help you get through that because you're going to get through that.
Yeah.
That emotion is going to pass. It's when we suppress it and tuck it away somewhere where it manifests in our body.
Gets bigger and bigger.
Right? Well, or it manifests physically, right?
Yes.
Pain, migraines, kidney stones, digestive issues, however it manifests in your body.
Nights.
Exactly. Right? Anxiety, depression, right? Panic disorder. It's gonna manifest itself physically. So it's better to feel the emotion and process it in a way that doesn't do any harm, right, to you and to anybody around you, but to allow yourself to feel it, because if you feel it, you'll realize that within probably less than 5 minutes, it's going to be gone, right? That feeling will pass. And if it comes up again, well, again, then you have your tools. Or you, right? Or you call me.
There you go.
Right? Or you call your friend, right? You have an outlet of how you get through that moment, and then it becomes intentional, and that's healing. It's you're never healed, right?
No,
The day you're healed is the day you die.
There you go, exactly.
And even then, you probably still have some more work.
Right, you're doing work somewhere else on the other side, But
depending on the choices that you made while you were here, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I constantly feel like I'm a constant work in progress. I'm growing every day. I'm learning from the prior day. You know what I mean? I'm never going to be fully healed. I'm going to have triggers, but it's how I handle this.
Exactly.
So.
I love how you show up for yourself.
Yeah.
You stand up for yourself, and I'm really proud of you.
A lot of work.
And for you saying how angry of a person you are, you know what? I see you process that much more easily.
I used to be a very angry person. I used to. I wasn't healed. I didn't do any sort of healing whatsoever. I was.
And in your defense, our parents and a lot of parents don't have the tools or the capacity to teach us how to process those emotions because they don't even
They
know
don't
how.
even know how. And
A lot of
even
people
to
just don't know how to process their emotions, and so we learn by watching. And if we don't know how to do it, right, then that's when we start the harm, right? We start operating from these limiting beliefs. And Kristy, like having known you for as long as I have, like just she's a prime example of anybody can break through their limiting beliefs of how they view themselves and how they value themselves and like
it takes
how
work
how
and
they
it's
look
not
at
easy
themselves.
and it's not pretty, but
you can do
you
it.
can come out through the other side a whole different person and a whole different outlook. And I'm proof of that.
You
for
absolutely
sure.
are. And so for me, that is validation
And what
how
you've done,
what
exactly.
I do, right? And how I help people. And I
I mean, the first person I go to, in all honesty, is Hope because of what she has seen, what she's helped me through, and the non-judgment and just how powerful she is just sitting there listening.
Oh yeah, I mean we
You
have
know,
that
like
Michelle's mind.
yeah,
We all have that person that we felt that bond with.
Yeah.
well, hopefully we all do, but also, like like you came in and sat down and all of a sudden, right, you just felt compelled to like, here's me.
Yeah.
I get that up if I was Forrest Gump at that station, right? Like somebody would, it happens no matter where I'm at a party.
Yeah.
Somebody I just met is like, I don't know
that
why
is
I'm telling you
because
this
that's
all
your
of a
healing
sudden.
nature.
Yeah.
You know,
Because you look at somebody in the eye, you know you have your full attention, and you listen.
She just has
listen.
this energy about her too. You know?
She feels safe.
Yeah. But it's
like you feel safe just being around your presence.
Yeah. That means a lot to me because I work very hard.
And that's not a word that you can throw around very easily.
No.
To feel safe around someone's presence. I mean, I've met you twice.
Yeah.
And I'm like telling her everything.
Yeah.
But that's just the power of the magic that she has, though. You know, like she just, ever since I've met her, you know, like I get so excited to hear what people have to say, and I get so excited to figure out where it is that I can help because I want to help, because they say it's a part of you that didn't receive help, so now you're out there trying to help others, you know, because whatever.
Yeah.
But and it might come off that I'm not as good as a listener, like say as Hope is, but I'm just like, oh, I just want to get to the bottom of this so we can just get you healed, girl, and we can just have some fun and let's just forget all that BS. You know what I mean? Whereas she's got the more calmer approach, and she's like, hold on, let's talk about all this first. Let me actually hear you and all these things.
But that's the thing is I had to rewire my brain and train myself how to listen because it's human for us to listen to respond.
That's kind of where I'm at right now.
And so like we want to listen and then we want to fix it. We want to this is how and
you don't want them to feel like that anymore. You know, that's
you
the person you care about.
But really what we're doing is we're just telling you how we would fix your problem if we were in your shoes. Right?
Yeah.
That's not helpful for
it's
you.
It's kind of selfish too.
We
think we're being a listening ear and it's kind of selfish, but then it's like, I don't want you to feel like that anymore, you
because
know?
you genuinely want them to feel better. But I had to learn how to listen to just listen.
Yeah.
And when you can flip that switch off from listening to respond to just listening to being curious about the person, it's a whole new game.
That's what
I
I'm
agree.
practicing.
Because then you can hear what they're telling you. What are they saying?
You can feel what they're telling you.
And as a psychic empath, are those is that communication even more clear? And especially when I communicate with somebody that I am bonded with, and there's that telepathic sort of connection where I am actually getting signals from her brain.
And then one of us calls.
Yeah.
And it's like, whoa.
I have to mention this. So my cousin growing up, sorry cousin, I'm going to spill this. Did you know she was so psychic that when she was in high school, they actually did a program on her where they took her into a field, and I hope I'm saying this correctly. They took her out to the football field They were inside the building, and I don't think it was done at high school. I think she was taken somewhere, and they did tests to see if she could pick. And this is 16, 17 years old
Yeah.
at the time. So I know psychic abilities
Yeah.
very well. That's why I say I know a lot of us have it, which is our intuition. But some of us have it where they can really open up to it. But I believe that God really gave that to a lot
Absolutely.
of us.
Oh yeah.
I would
Absolutely.
play games as a kid. I would play games. I remember this being 6, 7 years old, walking down the street. I'd be walking home and I would guess what we were having for dinner, exactly what was going to happen that evening. And I would play these games. Or the phone would ring and I'd guess who it was.
Right.
I was always playing games, and I learned that when you have psychic abilities, it's kind of like working out.
Yeah.
You got to exercise.
You're spot on. You are spot on, and that's exactly sort of what happens. And I mean, we can totally get into this whole
Right?
whole-
Because you start opening it up, and it's like
Why the-
Pandora's box.
like why the plant medicines have been hushed, why women are so awful to each other, like sort of
Oh,
like
I
like
hate that so
there's
much.
a whole
It's
context of like where that and how that all started again. And it,
I
years
actually
ago,
find more
with
women
patriarchy,
good to
witches
each other.
and all that shit, right? So
That's what my husband would call me. I'm like, I'm an empath, I'm just highly in tune. And I'm a Pisces. Pisces are one of the most highly in tune signs of the whole
it's the
zodiac.
most
Because
intuitive
we
sign.
represent all of the signs. That's why technically we are the last sign. We are the 13th sign, even though we're in February. But we represent all of you, and we're highly intuitive. And my husband, he called me a witch. And I'm like, oh, I don't take any offense to that because I know my powers are working, and you can't get one over on me. And I know when people are lying, and I know when you're thinking too much. Like I could feel it, I could see it. Like things will just come to me, and I'm like, so what's going on with? And how did you know? And it's like I know.
Yeah.
I just know.
And I think a lot of people can feel if they really honored it, it could
They
grow.
really tap into it and they help themselves grow
well,
and heal.
and the best
it
way
exposes it
to
more.
do that, right, is to sort of do the work that I help people guide them through, right? And so that's what my purpose is. I am a guide and I am a light that helps people when they are ready to do the work and put into practice, like to be their authentic self, right? So we have this human vessel, but it's so limited in its capabilities, right? We can only see so many wavelengths. We can only hear so many hertz.
We can only see so perceive There's so much going on around us that we can't even tap into yet.
That we can't tap into. But there are plant medicines that help us open that part, right, to be able to tap into it. And that's where I also come in to help with like PTSD or healing traumatic events, right? Because it's more than just revisiting these traumatic events because you're going to be re-traumatized. It's about being there, reminded that you're in a safe space, to be able to look at the event in a new lens, from a new perspective, and so that you can learn to accept the event, right, and its purpose, right? Because even though some of the events are really fucked up and scary, they are extremely purposeful.
Yes.
Extremely purposeful. Because it's the thing that's either going to knock us on our path or knock us into addiction. Right? And so again, back to choices. So you're right. We can all tap into this intuitive ability by reconnecting our mind, body, and spirit. So it's really about just realigning the authentic self. So spirit, soul, God, however, love, enlightenment, whatever you want to call that, whatever that is to you, with your mind and your body, right? Then that's when healing happens, right?
Yeah.
That's when that is healing. And healing isn't just like, oh, here's a Band-Aid or here's the medicine, take it and then you're healed. No, it's a practice. It's a practice. It's
100%.
It's a choice that you wake up in the morning and you choose to look in that mirror and say, I am lovable, right?
And that is so hard not to make that choice, but it's hard, like say for a person like me who felt that anger flow through her veins. It is so hard to tell yourself that every day because you're like, especially when anger flows through your veins at that time, you're like, fuck this is fake, this is not
It feels-
real.
it
This
feels
is
stupid.
so
But again,
stupid.
that
But
is-
then when you keep doing it,
Yeah.
it's like now I say I wake up with love and light in my heart.
Yeah.
Because I do.
Because you literally had to rewire your brain. You have been
Yeah.
telling yourself for so long that you weren't worthy or you
Yeah.
weren't valuable or that
No,
you weren't
nobody
these
cared.
things.
I can't do anything.
Right,
All
that
the
this is
negatives.
stupid,
Yeah.
like-
But now I get excited to go to sleep to wake up for the next day because I can't wait to start the next day and do new things and new ideas and see what my capabilities
It's a
are.
new day.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's such a good feeling. What do you want our audience to take away from this? Is there anything that you directly want to say to them? Do you want to tell them how to reach out to you in case they want to have any work done or pick your brain? Or I mean, what are you up for?
So really what I would like people to know is to check out my series Offering Hope.
Okay, and that's when again?
Thursdays at 8
On
TikTok.
Perfect.
TikTok Live. My TikTok is Offering Hope, offering_hope. I'm on Instagram also, at Hands of Hope Wellness Center 9. Hands of Hope Wellness
Somebody,
Center.
there's like 8 of them already.
Oh,
Like
there
somebody.
is.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Wow.
That is so funny.
And then my website, if you're interested in booking a healing session with me, or I offer complimentary discovery calls. And you can book that online at handsofhopewellnesscenter.com. But yeah, so just check it.
Nice.
Right?
Any chance you'll be shipping these out?
Yeah, so that's why I'm using the TikTok platform
Perfect.
first to try to test out.
See who's
shipping.
interested.
Yeah, see who's interested. See how shipping, if that's even within my capacity. Because doing the shipping course, that was quite overwhelming. So.
And if you are a buyer at any cannabis dispensary, you need to get your hands on a hoe.
Yeah.
And
so
it really
contact
sounds
Platinum
good.
Distribution. Our metric is green leaf, so super easy for distribution and shipping.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right. I love this. I love this so much, and I love that we got to get to know you a little bit more today.
Yes.
And oh yeah, by the way, everybody, this is Violet. She will be making an appearance on the podcast from time to time because she's just attached to my hip. And you would hear a barking dog in the background if we didn't do this. So to save all of our sanity, Violet gets to hang out with us as the good dog that she is. She's the vice president. Look, she's looking at the camera too. But I think that'll be it for this session today. And like she said, you know how to get a hold of her. You know how to get a hold of us. We are the Open Circle Podcast. I am Kristy. This is Jeanna. We just got done talking to Miss Hope over here, and
Thank you, Hope.
we will see you on our next episode. So thanks for tuning in, and hopefully this has helped you or maybe somebody you know in some sort of way. So stay tuned for our next episode. Bye, guys.
Bye.